Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick note. We've had a power failure at the studio and we're bringing the stream back up in just a moment. Just loading into the game right now.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for that. Our streamer had a power outage. Everything is back online. And in a perfect moment as well, Liberty and Barkbite going aggressive on Binoculars. Mysteria gets a catch. It looks like it's going to calm down for just a second here. We're going to recap real quick what went down. IU got a solo kill on Riven to Dream up in the top lane. Then a nice roam down from Tam Jong. Secured the kill. That was also IU's teleport. Secured a kill on Mysteria. And that was followed up by a wonderful dragon. So Dream... definitely put their foot on the gas for a moment there, but Binoculars is starting to return the favor here.
Yeah, Binoculars definitely taking the worst of that trade. I mean, it's taken down 3 heads and also a silver bolt proc, so pretty rough trade there. But Liberty now, once getting that Cutlass, actually putting out some work in the spot lane. I mean, you just expect Binoculars with that BF sword to kind of be able to apply some pressure, and actually O2-1 actually might go on.
Oh, he finds... This is dangerous though. Mysteria, he wants to collapse. Actually, O2-1 saw Mysteria, saw the Lancing go out, so he's just going to back away. Tam Jong is ready though for the fight, has the equalizer available, and is just zoning Survival Zone so effectively.
Yeah, I mean, as you said before, Tam Jong very comfortable on this champion, and obviously shows in this lane pressure. Obviously down in farm, but it's to be expected in a melee versus ranged matchup. But what he lacks in farm, he hasn't killed, so it's very, very strong in this mid lane matchup, and definitely gonna be a mid lane and mid game monster.
I was actually saying it before, just during the outage. Before we knew it was an outage, I can't imagine a more comfortable Dream. Like every single one of them, maybe save for Bark, is on a champion that they absolutely love, champions that they're good at, champions that they know, and champions that they like playing. This is their dream lineup almost. Dream lineup.
But it definitely is.
That was
unintentional. It definitely is up to the side of Zabuza to kind of think what bans would you rather do opposed to what we had banned, because as you mentioned, a lot of the champions that are in this game are very comfortable to Liberty and his team. So obviously the mid lane rumble probably something I'd ban away in future games, but talk about that in another time. Actually, IU actually going and Riven the Dream, doing so much damage in the top lane and farming up a Storm on that Aurelia against the Nah, and this lane's kind of falling out of the grasp of Riven the Dream at this point.
Ooh, this could be a bit of an unfortunate time to back, actually. Huge minion wave. Oh, 2-1 caught by the hook. They can't exactly dive it, but oh wow, what a chunk. Binoculars, they're going to be able to get that turret by the looks of things, and I mean, wow, IU goes deep on Riven to Dream. One more! Oh, doesn't quite find the last Transcendent Blade. He's gone really deep into that jungle, needs to back away, pressure that turret instead. I was actually about to bring up, there's still a really good team fight here. An incredibly strong team fight that comes out of, hold on, never mind that altogether. Liberty goes aggressive on Mysteria. Got O2-1 up to the side, flash over the box. Here comes the the teleport from Nah. Long way away from that Mega Nah form. Nice monsoon by Bark. Riven to Dream wants to keep on the pressure though. Liberty taking a couple of shots. O2-1 on the side, finds the with the spear. No kills going down, and actually Dream took a lot of damage there. I was about to say they need to respect Zabuza's team fight, and now here comes the Azir as well. Chamjong is roaming down from the top side, but I don't think Dream are healthy enough to turn this one around. Equalizer already down as well. That was a really, really nice play. That was Zabuza really just swinging their team fight about. You know, they were basically sitting there saying, we've still got the better 5-on-5. You really want to try this?
Yeah, in this break, I'd really just like to mention some itemization differences in both the junglers. I mean, we see O21 actually opted for the tier that goddess before he even finished his rune glaive, which means he's going for an earlier spike, but a weaker early game, which is obviously not really that evident if you'd say, because O21's done so much work whilst only having a tier for the majority of this early game, but the itemization difference, Zabuza did opt for that side stone, so we're going to have double vision in terms of the support and the jungler, so definitely would expect a very, very strong vision game by Zabuza in this game, so looking towards that. Right now it's kind of lacking. I mean, only vision in the blue side jungle of their team, but definitely looking to pick that up very soon. Top lane tire actually going down to minions, so gold in the pockets of the same other side of Dream, but yeah, very strong rotational plays you mentioned.
Nice pushing by IU though in the top lane. Liberty's actually finished off Blade of the Rune King, and on the flip side of that, Binoculars has his Infinity Edge. Really, Liberty has itemized against the Gnar and the Gragas, which tells me, and to an extent the Thresh as well, which really tells me that this is a point in the game where Dream are looking to find some picks and skirmishes, and are pressuring the Dragon already. This will be the second Dragon of the game. That'd be very huge. Actually, Zabuza are in no position to contest this. I don't even think they had the Dragon timer. This is really big for Dream here, because that second Dragon is the one that can really start putting you ahead. You know, in a few minutes, if they're able to pick up the third, then they could very much start to get those picks and get that pressure. They've got the vision, as you were talking about before, and Liberty, with that itemization against tanks, really defunks a lot of what Silocybe and Ribbon to Dream bring to the fight.
I was going to say that Dragon was quite risky, but due to the position of Zabuza and the members of that team, it was kind of free, because...
Oh, Binoculars gets aggressed upon, open with the Blade of the Rune King. Liberty is chasing it out. What a nice knockback though, but Mysteria might just go down instead. They'll go, alright, well we'll take your support anyway. Nice backwards play though, and it does look like Mysteria will get out. Liberty, he doesn't even care, he's going to take that turret. he feels confident life stealing back up, but that was really, really nice play there. Just goes to show how good Liberty can be on that vein. He saw Binoculars exposed and alone and went, you know what, let's go, buck, we're in.
Hello side looking towards the mid lane, and O21 just going to go to these Raptors, but may see him here. The ward does spot him.
He absolutely is. He's going to see the ward himself though, but it does give Silocybe a good amount of information there. Really good warding by him actually, keeping tabs on O21 has certainly limited what O21 has been able to do in this game.
Yeah, O21 being held down by these wards, but still doing as much work as he can, but it's really up to Dream and their team to kind of get early rotational plays, because if they do let them scale up, then it's extremely hard. But Dragon's very good starting place, and two under their under their belt already, which is a very good spot for them. They should be looking for fights at this point in the game. IU already has that Trinity Force, which is extremely strong power spike for Aurelia, and he's only getting stronger in this champion.
I really like this this rotational move actually, Bark coming up to the mid lane, because he knows that Liberty can just 1v1 in the bottom lane. That's all fine. Dream are happy with that now. Liberty can, you know, go and do whatever he needs for the next 2-3 minutes of the game. Meanwhile, Bark in the mid lane with those tornadoes puts a lot of pressure on the turret, and that has forced Mysteria up, and now it's forced Silocybe out of the jungle. In terms of the poke and the siege, Dream absolutely have the better team comp, and while they can pressure these side lanes, they basically force Zabuza to either give up fringe turrets on the side lanes or give up the mid turrets.
Yeah, because all the solo laners of Dream right now can 1v1 their counterparts. I mean, we have the Trinity Force on IU, their Aurelia, and also Blade of the Rune King.
Oh, they found Silocybe in the jungle. Ooh. Oh, they might want him. Nice Thresh Express. The Lantern is going to keep Silocybe. Nice, safe. O21 clears out the vision that Silocybe just worked so hard to put down.
Yeah, O21's just been clearing wards left and right. Obviously very strong in terms of that vision game, and it shows because O21's jungle was warded up, but one Raptors camp and he just cleared, 2 to 3 wards, so very strong. We're going to be giving over to Liberty here, and probably the correct decision, because here we were in the bot lane 1v1ing Binoculars, and if he does get that red proc, he may be able to kill him outright in that lane.
Yeah, I really do like that pickup. Actually, Binoculars was forced to back just a moment ago. Both of these bottom laners do have the Zeal as well, moving towards their attack speed now, which I think is definitely the right call, because as much as Liberty is playing against some pretty hefty tanks, he is also playing against some quite high damage dealing champions, so he needs to be able to deal his damage just a little bit faster, especially against Binoculars. So I like taking the attack speed as the second item there, because we have seen him go other routes before. We're gonna have to see how he rounds this one out, though. Actually, looks like Zabuza have opted to send Riven to Dream down to that bottom lane. I'm not sure if that's the right call. Liberty is gonna have just as easy a time against Tim as he will against Binoculars.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we see Liberty has that fully maxed Silver Bolts, which is gonna shred through tanks, and attack speed is gonna help apply that faster. So I'm not sure if Riven the Dream's gonna have even have a easier time than he would against IU. I mean, definitely as much kill pressure as there was in the top lane, but Binoculars and his partner Mysterio are gonna opt towards the mid lane. Might go to try siege a turret, but worst case scenario, we have Tamjong with the equalizer to just clear waves. So it's gonna be very hard to try find something, and I don't think there'll be a fight till the next dragon.
I do have to say though, I like this early Black Cleaver on Gnar. Thing is, when the enemy is ahead in damage, itemizing health and tankiness is almost always a bad idea because they're always going to be one step ahead of you. You're never going to catch up in tankiness. So going for a bit of damage now gives them the opportunity to get some favorable teamed fights with that extra damage if they can get their positioning right, which is looking like a harder and harder thing to do. If they're wanting to get that soon, they need to start getting it now. But Liberty, he's just found Riven to Dream. There's no way Riven's getting out of there. Even Blue the Flash still went down. Liberty finds that kill. And now the 5v5 is off the table. This is the moment for Dream to take that turret and put their foot on the gas.
As you mentioned before, Liberty obviously had an ease. Is 1v1ing Riven to the Dream there. So maybe a questionable decision to put Riven to the Dream in that bot lane against Liberty. And also Riven the Dream cannot pressure that lane as hard as Binoculars may have, so gonna have that free farm in the bot lane, and the farm differential between Riven the Dream and Binoculars is only, well, it's essentially not even there anymore, and that's kind of hurtful because Binoculars and Mysterio on those two champions should be able to punish him and get him a pretty big discrepancy in terms of farm, but it's not there anymore, and they're gonna get the bot lane turret for Riven the Dream's mistake.
That they are, and while that's all been going on, IU has been going toe-to-toe with both Binoculars and Mysterio. Tamjong getting a pressure again on Survive Alone. Survive Alone is starting to trade back a bit more effectively. That does have to be respected, and I think Dream's slower play here in sieging this mid turret has been respected for that Azir because he is very, very scary. Oh, this could be the third dragon though for Dream. They've taken the turrets in other lanes though, which has really been the trade-off. And I like that that's their reaction. Instead of just going, well, we can't take mid, let's just do nothing. They've gone, we can't take mid, what can we do?
It's very interesting though, because the team of Zabuza have not put any emphasis on these dragons. I mean, 3 dragons and they haven't set it for them whatsoever, which is kind of bad because if Dream does get to the 5th dragon point, every single champion on that side does so much damage with the 5th dragon, and that's essentially in itself a win condition. So it's up to Zabuza to try to prioritize dragons more from this point on.
Yeah, they really do need to start contesting it. And the thing is, they have such a great 5-on-5. That Dragon Pit is a really good area for them to fight in. They've actually started to get a little bit more vision down in the area. I just think they haven't really picked up the time, or maybe haven't been tracking it, which is really unfortunate. You know, there was a window there, I think, to actually contest that dragon, but they kind of missed that window, and it's going to be harder to contest the next one just because it's going to be that much later in the game against the likes of IU and Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to get harder from this point on. I mean, Liberty leading his team's charge with the top kills at this point in the game, and IU and Liberty both doing an amazing job at farming up for these late game to mid game team fights, and actually might go in on Tamjong.
Oh, Tamjong overheated, a bit of an unfortunate time. Binoculars comes in, back I said. There goes Survive Alone. Binoculars was actually the one to pick it up with that last tick of burn. Nice pick there. This could be what Zabuza need to react to this. Liberty, he is miles away, and IU only just backed. If they can keep the pressure on, Binoculars has got the speed and got the damage. They could well find themselves a second turret here, but they need to do it fast. Liberty is coming in from the side. Actually, looks like they want to fight this. There goes the spear down, back in with the Monsoon, splits the team, but there is the focus. Nice explosive cast in the box. Liberty is caught up, but that's only for a matter of time. Now he's back into his solo side. Body slam over the wall. IU, he's under the Shurima turret. Tried to keep the pressure on, wasn't able to find anything more. In the end, they just traded a 1-for-1 and lost a turret, so really nice moves by Zabuza.
Yeah, Zabuza obviously deciding we shouldn't take this game as slow as we are taking it right now because they're getting too many leads and obviously getting a turret and a kill for their worries. So very, very good job there. And they actually might trade it for a mid-lane turret because solo side not going to be able to do this by himself.
Survive Alone was forced to back after that. Dream actually turning it right around as IU puts the pressure on Riven to Dream as well now. Riven to Dream a bit close to that Mega now, but IU, he might not even care. He thinks he's got the damage. So he's just going to back away, but in any case, stops Riven to Dream from affecting the next team fight. IU has his teleport as well, so this is another window for Dream to put some more pressure on again. The question is where? They're at the point where they can't really siege down turrets anymore. They have to out-rotate the enemy. And when there aren't other objectives to use to force the hand of Zabuza in terms of positioning, it's very hard to out-rotate. Also, if you look at the boarding, Zabuza know what's happening. They know that in order for these next two turrets to go down, Dream need to out-rotate them. So they're just not going to let that happen. They're keeping all of their jungle so lit up.
Yeah. What I have to give props to Zabuza for so far is that they have picked up their vision game extremely well. I mean, prior to this, we saw a lack of vision across the map, but now we have red wards and blue team wards across the map. So it's very, very good by both teams to keep the vision game up. But Bark and friends will be rotating to the top lane, but Myzeria is reading the movement, and Bark may get caught out here.
That was also a really nice... Actually, yeah, he is very much getting caught out. They do want to collapse him, but they can't quite catch the Janet. 021 and IU are in the area, though. 021 was wanting to get a sneaky bait on Riven to Dream, wanted to bait him into over-aggressing with that Mega Nut, but the coverage ward-wise was there. 021 was sat on top of a ward and just didn't even notice. And that just goes to show, Dream are used to those sorts of plays paying off, because they're used to teams just kind of falling into disarray at this point in the game when Dream have a lead. Zabuza, though, they're not letting that happen. They're playing the game defensively in exactly the way they need to hold out and buy themselves a bit of extra time to get a good fight. And if they get one, they can definitely turn this game around.
Team of IU and his team, they're very, very scary at this point. Actually, a little bit of aggression going on silo side, and actually might go on, but no, 021 does opt against it. But very, very scary members on the side of Dream. I mean, Liberty, 021, Tamjong, and IU, very, very strong on their champions and all damage threats. I mean, usually we see 2 to 3 damage threats, but this game 4 damage threats, and you have to respect every single one of them, because if not, they will come and kill your backline. So it's definitely up to the side of Zabuza to try peel back for Binoculars and survive alone in these team fights.
Actually, you know what needs to happen right this minute for Zabuza to keep himself in the game? So many members of Dream have backed. They've also just cleared out all that Dragon Vision. Zabuza need to get in there now and clear out that vision. They need to get control of that pit, ready for Dragon number 4, and they need to contest it. Doesn't look like they're ready for it, though. They're just not in position to do that. And now, by the time they get into that pit, Liberty is going to be back. So is Tamjong. I think they've lost a bit of a window there. They need to contest Dragon number 4, though.
There was definitely a window there where they could have de-warded and put their own wards down, but by the time they get there, they're going to be butting heads with the team of Dream. So they have lost the opportunity, as you mentioned, and Salazar actually might get a bit of damage down onto him, but are you looking towards the Dragon? They're going to walk down, and so is Riven the Dream. So both teams having the same idea in terms of contesting this Dragon. And is it too little too late for Zabuza to try contest from now on? But
I don't know if they can without the vision control, because I mean Dream can just choose whatever fight they want, you know? The way that they're not even gonna bother with the Dragon, maybe trying to turn on the gas here, no. Just gonna go into the mid lane. I think as soon as that Dragon comes up, they're going to go over for it. But as I was saying, Zabuza need to come in and surround Dream, which means they have to come in from various entrances. And that means actually Dream can just turn around, pick the one entrance they want to fight and kill whoever is there, and then move on to the rest. They don't need to take this as a 5v5. And actually, Zabuza, they're really still respecting the damage here. Dream, though, they don't quite want to be pincered by this incredible team fighting team, especially not with that Mega Nut available, so they're just going to back up. They want to try and get in for this Baron, though. The Equalizer is still available, hasn't gone down yet. No, Zabuza is going to get the Dragon, and that is the power of the team fight. Bark takes a chunk, but the Equalizer goes down. Tamjong wants it, flashes for it. He is overheating, though. They haven't found anyone, and Tamjong is lifting away on the backside, but now, here comes... No, Myzeria found it! That must have been the Ignite, good heavens. Now Liberty trying to chase it out, takes a chunk from the Azir. Myzeria, nice hook, they could turn around, they might find Liberty. Oh, Liberty finds them! He does get Binoculars 0-2-1 with the zone, will he get away? Nice Monsoon, but Silo Simon's there! Double kill now for Azir. IU, he is here, is he ready to clean the floor? He's got his broom out, no, not quite. A 3 for 2 in favor of Zabuza.
Yeah, a lot of factors there actually going in Zabuza's favor. I mean, very, very smart play by Riven the Dream, popping his Mega Nut as the Dragon did spawn. So with that in 15-20 second window there that Mega Nut is active, then the team of Liberty and his team, sorry, can not really engage because the threat of that Mega Gnar is just so scary because that's essentially a game changer, especially even if you're only this far behind. I mean, it's only a 4k gold differential, sorry, 3k, sorry, and yeah, River the Dream obviously getting respect from the enemy team.
That was just Zabuza playing their team comp exactly the way they needed to. Double what they're from this area. He got it eventually, and I like that they're turning their attention to the Baron side here. But they're not going to let Dream get away with their usual shenanigans, and moreover, they're not going to let the threats of Liberty and IU spook Zabuza. You know, that's not something they're in for. They know where their strengths are, and they will not be bluffed by Dream. So really just all that was in the Dragon Pit was just them flexing their team comp muscles, and it paid off for them. Dream knew that they had to respect the 5-on-5, and in fact trying to go in for the engage after the fact might have been the wrong call there, rather than trying to pressure the turret and just trying to pick a fight a little bit later after the Dragon had gone down.
I would have preferred to see IU up in the top lane trying to 1v1.
Oh, hold on, this could be the one. Riven to Dream isn't there. Here comes the teleport though. Dream smartly backing off as Riven to Dream comes in very close to that Mega Gnar. They have to give him a lot of space.
Very good play there by the side of Dream, actually putting the foot on the gas and forcing the teleport out. So there's going to be a 5-minute window where they do not have that teleport. So split push into a Baron is definitely potential here, and even the next Dragon may be up when his teleport is not. So both threats that will, you know, obviously need to be taken into account. Actually, a lot of damage going on with Binoculars, but he will just jump away safely. And atomization difference between the supports. The supports of the side of Zabuza did opt for that Zeke's Harbinger, making Binoculars extremely more of a hyper carry. Essentially, it gives 50% crit chance for an 8-second window, which can do so much damage at the right time.
And that really is all the time that Zabuza need for a team fight. Just 8 seconds. It is not long, but that's all it takes. Just a really good engage, and they deconstruct Team Dream. That'll be it. It'll be done. The ultimate from Rumble, though, the equalizer, is down for a little while still, as both of these teams hover around the Baron Pit. That being said, the one that is off to the side right now is Binoculars. This is actually a moment Dream could take advantage of Binoculars being out of position. They're going to send IU off to the side, who has his teleport up. He can afford to be in a side lane. They do bring back Binoculars now.
A bit of a cheeky Baron bait here, but Riven the Dream is going to pop their Mega Gnar, so yeah, a lot of respect being demanded by Riven the Dream once again, and OUC going to do his best job at trying to poke them away, but then they declare this Baron, and very good play there by the side of Zabuza. But IU in the top lane is going to push away and maybe get a turret was work, but now Riven the Dream going to back up and probably match him up at this inhibitor turret.
But we get the same thing again now. We were talking about it before. The teleport is now down for Riven to Dream, which means IU can afford to be off to the side pressuring. Riven to Dream can't afford to be off to the side responding, and okay, here we go. This is Dream making good use of that. They want to force that impossible scenario. And now Riven to Dream, he's going to have to walk away from there, but he knows that if he does, they forego an inhibitor. It's how do you even make that trade if you are on the side of Zabuza? You don't really want to lose either of those things.
Yeah, it's either the inhibitor turret and essentially maybe the inhibitor or a Baron buff, and both aren't, you know, preferable for teams, but it is watered up, so they may very well do this.
They started off, Silo, Cyber, and Miseria are the first ones there. Binoculars is ready to jump in. They find Liberty. That's a really good catch, actually. That's a lot of damage gone from that Baron fight, so Dream forced to back away just for a moment. They still don't want to go for the engage. They're still giving a lot of respect even to the 4v4, and they don't really have anything for IU to teleport onto. Now these top laners coming back in towards the fight. Dream, they tried to force the impossible scenario, but actually Zabuza are still a bit too scary. Dream couldn't just take it. They had to back away.
Getting up for this Dragon at this point right now, so very strong, and they actually do get the scuttle control here, but one thing we have to mention from the last Dragon is when they did get the Dragon and they disengaged into the blue corridor,
they're picking it out again. They're right on top of all the wards. They do clear them out, but it's the same thing again. This time actually they do have all 5 of them. They obviously feel they can melt it down, but here comes Zabuza. They're ready to collapse, and they might just want to fly in here. Silo side can go over the wall. That's a lot of stealing damage with that ultimate. Binoculars fights back. The Baron does go down. Liberty's the one that fights down, but he's off to the side. He's not getting out of there. He falls over, but Tamjong is doing work over. He is now 0-1. It's pretty much the only one that's alive. Tamjong is still in this somehow. Silo side is still there. Binoculars at last goes down, but not until he gets a triple kill. 3 for 3, but a Baron in favor of Dream. The question is going to be, can Zabuza take advantage of this weakness? Can they pick up a dragon? Can they pick up a turret? They need to find something now.
Yeah, a very questionable trade. I mean, a lack of vision in that pit and around the pit. I mean, not even a pink in the pit itself. So, very interesting play, but did not hurt them that much. Liberty picking up the Baron on the back end of that. So, 2 members of the team of Dream do have that Baron. Coming with the home guards.
IU is back up. Oh, he finds Ribbon. Ribbon, he's not anywhere near Mega. Bounces back towards O21. He's definitely going down. Nice play there, IU. He knew he was coming back up, and O21 knew it too. Pressuring out this dragon. Now that is dragon number 4. And they're going to get out of there with absolute impunity. In the end, actually, it ended up being in Dream's favor as much as kills were traded evenly across the board. The Baron, it was only kept by 2 members, but then the dragon was picked up as well. Dream, they've got about a 6k gold lead now. How much bigger is it going to get?
Well, Dream's Baron is on the right members. I mean, IU having that Baron is going to be split pushing in the lane by himself, so definitely beneficial. And O21, I would expect him to be with his team, so they have all the Baron they need to kind of get these turrets. And if IU can just sit in this top lane with the Baron up minions, he can quite easily get his turret, and his team may rotate to health.
Absolutely. Dream, now they're very much ready to apply the pressure. That was a really, really interesting fight, actually. Tamtron got caught out really early and overheated, but was still alive all the way up to the very end. Ended up being the one that was able to force Binoculars down eventually. I think, actually, technically, OG1 got that kill, but, you know, the difference between making it happen and getting the last hit. Liberty went down really, really early, though. And that was really, really crucial. You can imagine how different that fight would have been if Liberty had still been alive towards the end of it, or even just been alive a little bit longer and had been able to get some more damage down onto Binoculars. We wouldn't have seen a triple kill Tristana there. So I think these future fights are going to come down a lot to the positioning of Liberty.
Yeah, well, Binoculars triple kill was definitely enhanced by the fact that the Zeke's Harbinger did pop right as they chose to fight. I mean, crits going across the board, essentially 100% crit chance in that fight for 8 seconds, which is so much damage on the Tristana, and they're rounding up to this late game, and it's going to be extremely hard for them to kind of beat the side of Zabuza when they have these late game carries such as Azir and Tristana nearly hitting that 18 mark.
That being said, Dream are starting to do it right. They've cleared out the vision. They're still looking to play that out-rotating game. That being said, it's been a long time since they've picked up a turret, and they do need to pick up these turrets. They don't have that Baron available anymore to force that impossible situation. And we have also seen they can't really afford to just straight up pressure the Baron. They actually have to commit to it. They still can't go completely toe-to-toe with this Zabuza side. And actually we're seeing that here. Zabuza, they know it. They're ready to pressure this turret.
They have the kills on the right members, which is definitely good. They're actually
the engage though, out of nowhere. Liberty already onto Miseria. He's so safe on their backside, but they're fighting up the Azir turret. The ultimate already got down. Tapchunk blown up for Knuckles. The damage is huge. Riven to Dream, he's low, but he is so close to Mega. They can't afford to go in on that as much as Zabuza are low. In the turret though, they might want to keep the pressure on here. O21 has the speed and certainly has the range. Even if they can't get more kills, they might be able to get a turret here if they move quick enough. But it is going to be so down to the wire, and they're probably going to have to tank up this turret as well.
O21 actually lacked a lot of presence in that fight. I mean, he was over at the Raptors and did throw spears over where he could, but he couldn't jump over to get into you know, the thick of things, which is quite an issue, especially on Nidalee. I mean, a lot of the damage does come from the execute on the Q, so very unfortunate fight, but very good for the side of Zabuza. IU's decision to go in under a Z turret, although he did make a good pick on Survive Alone, that Emperor's Divide did zone him from the rest of the fight, so very questionable play to engage, especially under something that's such advantageous positioning, such as you know, middle of the river, middle of the lane where they dive in a 5v5 and under a Z turret even more.
Yeah, and Tamtrong the first to go down there as well. They know that they need to shut him out of the fight, either him or Liberty. Liberty's positioning was much better in that fight, but the thing is, Vayne doesn't like lane fights, really, because she's quite close range. Vayne wants to, oh wow, the turret just goes straight down. This could start to turn against Dream here. They need to really find some favorable picks. Zabuza have done a great job of not letting Dream find them, and now Zabuza, they're starting to look like they could be contenders to take this game out from under Dream, despite Dream's commanding lead.
Very questionable itemization by Barkbuck. I mean, I do appreciate the Righteous Glory to try and make it engage or disengage, but double movement speed, we can use something like a Zeke's Harbinger to kind of enhance Liberty's carry potential, or even Tam Zhong, or even IU. I mean, there's 3 members you can Zeke's up. You give Tam Zhong the Zeke's Harbinger, gives him 20% AP increase, which is so much damage on that Equalizer, on that Flame Spitter, even the Electric Harpoons. That's just so much damage coming through, but Dragon will be spawning in 1 minute and 30 seconds, so they're gonna get this Scuttle Crab control, which is actually slightly missing.
Nice.
And yeah, I can't help but feel that Zabuza do have the setup that they didn't have in the previous Dragons that they do want.
They definitely do. The Equalizer will be available, but really that's all they have to zone out this fight. It's going to be so tricky. Remyrhe Dream has also done an incredible job of getting his Gnar ultimate set up, his Mega Gnar set up just in time for crucial fights. That's been really key so far. Hold on, IU! He's doing work in this top lane. He's actually taking up that turret, but he doesn't even care. He might even get an inhibitor turret, actually, if Dream can stop the backs, can stop the fleet. In fact, it might even look like Zabuza are too concerned with this Dragon. In any case, they might even trade Dragon for Baron here. IU, this is really, really clever, just keeping the pressure on, forcing Zabuza's hand. He even gets a turret, he's going to stay for an inhibitor. And Dream might want to try and pincer IU. It's getting sticky very quickly if he stays around, but he doesn't even care. The rest of Dream is going to be on the backside. They've got a lot of turrets to fight through, and Binoculars finds him. IU trying to run away. Remyrhe Dream chasing out the flash from IU, he gets away. What a play, forced Zabuza's hand, and now it's going to be the mid turret going down because so much of Zabuza were out of position. That was huge. Zabuza had put in so much work, not letting themselves get out-rotated. And IU went, you know what, enough of this nonsense. I'm putting on the pressure.
Yeah, they need to rush the Dragon, get 5th Dragon for the fight. If they do, it'll be extremely advantageous fight. Going down so fast, and they will smite it away.
It's gotta be it. He's on cooldown. He's on cooldown. There goes the Equalizer right up Binoculars in this area. He's found it. Solo side, fleeing off to the side. Liberty hot on his heels, finds him. Now it's Survive Alone and Binoculars. Remyrhe Dream, all trying to flee on the top side. Miseria and Silo side just disappeared from the map. And now Dream look ready to crack open this base like a clam.
Yeah, I mean, Baron's still obviously a potential thing they can take. 3 members down, and their jungler being one of them, so obviously going to opt for this. They may very well dive. I mean, a lot of the tank line is not there. Remyrhe Dream in the mid lane trying to stop Tam Zhong on his advance, but Tao going down so fast, and he needs the bottom lane inhibitor, and
I don't know if they
lane trying to trade.
I don't know if they can close out this game because there's still a lot of damage threats. Binoculars as well with that. Whoa, hold on, he's gone aggressive! So aggressive, but Liberty wants it! Finds a good amount of damage on Binoculars, but is forced to run away. But while that happened, Binoculars put too much focus onto Liberty. It's going to be the middle inhibitor going down. That's all 3. I said they were going to crack the base open, and my goodness, did they follow through. Silo Side and Miseria have only just come up. Binoculars, he fought valiantly, but it wasn't valiantly enough. That being said, there is now a window for Zabuza to take this Baron out from under Dream's nose, and they need to get it now. It's so risky with these super minions, though.
I mean, Dream just really went crazy with that. The split push by IU really set up that fight beautifully, did it at the perfect time, hit the inhibitor right as the Dragon was about to spawn, and they got the mid lane turret peeled back to the Dragon, got the 5th Dragon before they could even rotate, and in a span of 2 minutes, Edge advanced their gold lead to 10k and got a Dragon and looking towards Baron.
Zabuza, they started moving towards it, but they haven't committed. Now Dream are back and ready to go for it. Zabuza can't afford to contest this because Dream, they can actually just stall out the fight. They can let the super minions do the work. That's, what, 2 per every wave now with all those 3 inhibitors down, and all 3 inhibitors went down very close to one another. So it's not like one's coming up soon. Dream already melting this Baron. The barrel goes out early. Solo save. He's going to go down to Tam Zhong. What a Zonyas! Keeps himself safe. Remyrhe Dream is there. Nice hook down, but Tam Zhong, he's back off the overheat cooldown. And Dream are ready to fight. Silo side, he is not there anymore. They've lost a lot of disrupts. Remyrhe Dream already popping that Mega Gnar. He finds Barkbuck, but that Mega Gnar isn't going to last long. Nice zone out with the Empress Divide, but the one that wasn't safe was Binoculars. Remyrhe Dream already gone down. Liberty is already trucking out the damage. Doesn't even need to spite. It's just going to be IU. He's just going to waste their time. Finds Miseria on the backside. It's just Binoculars. He can't fight alone, even with that Guardian's Angel. And they're forced Survive Alone to back miles away from the base. The first turret is down. Liberty is melting it. The whole team is there. Second turret. It's going to be the Nexus. Survive Alone. He can't even touch them. And that is GG. Well played. The first game going over to Team Dream.
An extremely, extremely strong showing by the side of Dream, and you see the experience is showing through. That's a team that came second last semester in the same tournament, so obviously the experience showing through, and just beautiful play across the board by the team of Dream, but very valiant effort by the side of Zabuza, and for a second there, Dream was lacking decision making to kind of finish that game out. I mean, they felt like they were losing the grip of the game, but those very, very strong rotational plays towards the top lane and the split push did end up getting them the win at the end of the day.
Yeah, for a moment they didn't quite know what to do, and Zabuza knew how to stop Dream from playing the game they wanted to play, but all it took was just one lapse, and Dream capitalized on it. They did not hesitate. IU was right there and ready to set up what ended up being the game-finishing play. You know, we all saw it from that point on. It was an absolute landslide in favor of Dream. But in any case, this is a best of 3, and there is still at least one more game to go. We're going to have to see if Zabuza can bring either a better showing in this game, or maybe if Dream can keep the momentum going and close out the series, take their spot in the finals. We're going to be coming back in just about 5 minutes with that second game, so don't go anywhere, guys. This is going to be a great match.